Today's story is about two classmates who couldn't stand each other, but circumstances placed them in a situation where even surviving was very difficult, and they were stuck together on an island for months. We will see how they survive on that island and what all mischief they get up to together in this entire story. The story begins by showing us a beautiful girl named Emma, who wakes up early in the morning and gets ready to go to school. Emma is a very good and popular student in her school, with many friends. On the other hand, we see Dean, who is a very lazy boy compared to Emma. He wakes up late in the morning, goes straight to the bathroom to brush his teeth, and immediately sits down to play video games. His father, Jack, tells him he will be late for school. Meanwhile, we see Emma and her younger sister, Stacy, whose mother, Barbara, drops them off at school. Then Emma meets her best friend, Liz, at school. As they are talking, a student named Stephen comes over and says hi to Emma. Seeing this, Liz starts teasing Emma. Now, in class that same day, Mr. Christensen, their teacher, announces that the bus for the Trinity Island trip will leave the very next morning at exactly 7 a.m. He is still speaking when Emma arrives late to class, and Dean comes from behind, bumps into Emma, and calls her, "Sorry, Princess." After this, while Mr. Christensen is giving more information about the trip, Liz tells Emma that Dean is also going on the trip, thanks to his father's money, and then she makes a face at Dean. At lunchtime, Liz tells her friends about what happened between Emma and Stephen in the morning, and says that on the trip, they will have a week to work their magic and get Emma and Stephen to hook up. But Emma says they should forget all that and focus on the trip. As everyone is talking, Emma notices Dean cutting an apple with a knife. A little later, Miss Collier, a teacher, comes up to Dean and scolds him for bringing a knife to school, then takes him to the principal's office. Liz then tells her friends that Emma shouldn't be with boys like Dean when a hot guy from school likes her. The next morning, Emma gets ready for the trip and thanks her mother, Barbara, and father, Phil, for letting her go on the trip. On the other hand, Dean doesn't want to go on the trip, so his father, Jack, tells him how hard he worked to get him a spot on the trip, despite him breaking school rules. After this, Dean agrees to go. Next, we see Mr. Christensen telling everyone to get on the bus. While boarding, Stephen asks Emma how she is, which makes Liz tease Emma again, but Emma ignores her. In a short time, they reach Trinity Island, and as they get off the bus, Miss Collier tells everyone they can enjoy the pool for a while, but everyone must return before dinner, and the program will start the next day. A little later, Emma and all her friends go to the pool, where Emma meets Stephen, and everyone starts having fun together in the pool. But Dean is watching all this alone from the balcony. That same evening, one of Emma's friends tells Liz and Emma that Stephen has invited them to a party on a local boat here. Emma declines hearing this, but her friends insist and convince her. After that, they go to the boat for the party. After arriving there, Emma starts looking for Helen at the party, but then she sees Stephen kissing another girl. Seeing this, Emma starts to leave. Dean is also watching all this from the side. He tells Emma, "Your boyfriend is having fun," to which she replies, "You shouldn't care about any of this." Suddenly, the police arrive because they found out that students were taking drugs at the party, and they tell everyone to come to the front of the boat. Suddenly, Emma slips and falls into the water. Dean sees her fall, so he also jumps into the water to save her, and then takes her to a small boat. The rope of that boat was tied to the large boat, so Dean cuts the rope. When Emma asks why, he says he doesn't want to get into trouble with the police. He says they will reach the big boat after the police leave. But within a short time, the big boat moves far away from them, and then a storm starts brewing. But Dean notices that the small boat doesn't even have a motor. Suddenly, a huge wave comes towards them, and both of them hold onto the boat tightly. The next morning, due to the waves, both of them, along with the boat, have reached the Arabian Sea. Dean's phone was ruined, so he asks Emma for her phone, but Emma's phone has no network. Emma then tells Dean that they should have followed the party boat. Dean says, "Don't worry, someone will come to pick us up." They are talking when Emma suddenly spots an island a short distance away. After that, Dean starts rowing the boat towards the island. After much difficulty, they both reach the island. Upon arriving, Emma checks her phone for a network again, but there is still no network. Then Dean finds a flare gun on the boat, so he takes it, and then both of them start walking forward in the hope that they will find help further on. Meanwhile, back at the hotel, Mr. Christensen cancels the trip because of the previous night's party. Liz then tells Miss Collier that Emma hasn't returned to the hotel, and she thought maybe Emma was with someone else last night, which is why she didn't tell anyone. She says she last saw Emma on the party boat. After this, Mr. Christensen takes attendance and realizes that Dean is also not present. Now he knows that both Dean and Emma are missing from the group. After that, the police arrive and question Emma's friends. Miss Collier asks the police if there is any way to find them. The police say that such cases happen often, and maybe they will return on their own. But if they are stranded somewhere in the sea, finding the two of them might be difficult. When Dean's father finds out that his son is lost, he immediately goes to the school and meets Emma's mother, Barbara, there. At the same time, Phil also arrives, and everyone starts anxiously asking the principal about the two missing children, but the principal cannot give a clear answer. After that, the three of them leave. Emma and Dean continue walking, and after walking some distance, they see a beautiful waterfall inside the jungle. Dean really likes it, so he asks Emma to take a picture of it, but Emma refuses. She says, "We are stuck here, and you are enjoying this? I needed good grades for a project on this trip I have to study at Princeton University later. If we can't get out of here soon, everything will be ruined." After this, they walk further, and a few hours later they both reach the very edge of the island, but they have not found any path or any help yet. Seeing this, they decide to go back to the boat. After that, both of them go back towards the boat and find that their boat is gone from the shore. The ocean waves have taken the boat somewhere. Now, they only find a life jacket there. Next, we see that they are tired from walking all day, and the sun is setting. After this, Dean builds a fire, and they both decide to stay here tonight. Dean sees that Emma is cold, so he takes off his shirt and gives it to Emma. Then they start talking, saying that maybe their parents will find them and get them out by tomorrow. Next, we see that morning has arrived, and Dean wakes up and sees that Emma is not there. He searches for her and sees that Emma is writing SOS on the seashore. He asks, "What are you doing?" She says, "Trying to save my life, and we need to find water to drink." After that, Dean goes for a swim, and Emma watches him. On the other side, at the hotel, Mr. Christensen tells their parents about Emma and Dean, saying the police are looking for them and have found a small boat that they might have been on. Jack says that if the police can't do anything, they can hire a private rescue team. But Mr. Christensen says the police are doing their job well and will find the children as soon as possible. Meanwhile, we see Emma getting water to drink when she starts feeling something strange. She feels like someone is around her and watching her. She gets scared and leaves. After this, both of them work together to build a small hut out of leaves to protect themselves from the sun. A little later, Emma writes a large SOS on the seashore so that if a rescue team passes by, they can be found. Then, they both start looking for and eating whatever is edible on the island. Dean finds a banana tree, so he breaks some bananas, and they both eat their fill. Now, it is very hot on this island, and Emma cannot wear full pants, and she cannot stay in just her underwear, so she cuts her full pants to make them short. After this, Emma sees Dean coming into the hut and sleeping, so she also comes and sleeps next to him. Suddenly, Dean turns towards Emma and puts his arm on her, but Emma likes it and doesn't say anything. The next day, when Emma is bathing at the waterfall, Dean comes and asks her for sunscreen. Emma tells Dean, "I'm bathing here. You go to the other side." Dean says, "You were the one who asked me to guard this place." Hearing this, Emma says, "There is someone else on this island, that's why I said it." Back at the hotel, Barbara is very worried about Emma, and the news is reporting that the case of Emma and Dean's disappearance is now official, and the police now believe they have died and are looking for their bodies. Phil is getting ready to go home because Emma's younger sister, Stacy, is alone at home. But Barbara is still scared, so Phil tells Barbara that Emma will be found and hugs her. The next day, Jack takes a helicopter with Barbara to search for Emma and Dean. On the island, it is about to get dark a little later, and Emma is telling Dean that she misses her family very much. Suddenly, Dean finds a human skull there. Emma gets very scared seeing it and says, "This person might have been stuck here like us, and this is what happened to them, and now our condition might be like this too." But Dean tells her that this person was probably a fisherman or a smuggler who came here and died, but our parents are behind us, and we are not alone here. He assures her that if they keep supporting each other like this, they will never die here, and one day they will definitely go home. After saying this, he starts kissing Emma. This was Emma's first kiss, and she liked it. It was night now. Then, what was supposed to happen happened. Dean breaks all limits, and a storm comes on the island. Emma was very happy, enjoying this storm for the first time. Then, the next morning, Emma wakes up and sees that Dean is not here. She starts calling out for Dean, but she can't find him. Emma gets very scared and goes into the jungle to look for him. A little further on, she sees that Dean is digging a hole. Emma couldn't understand why Dean was doing this. Suddenly, Emma falls and hurts her knee. Dean immediately starts treating her injury and tells her, "Nothing will happen to you." Then, both of them go to the waterfall to bathe. And here Dean tells Emma that his mother died in a car accident, and Emma listens to him attentively. A little later, it starts raining, and Dean starts having fun in the rain, and Emma is happy watching him. After that, they both start dancing in the rain, and Dean puts a flower in Emma's hair. Now, Emma tells Dean, "I want to enjoy the storm again." Then, Dean starts preparing to bring another storm. Meanwhile, the news now reports that a month has passed since Emma and Dean went missing, and the police believe they are no longer alive, so the police have officially stopped searching for them. But Emma's friends still feel that Emma and Dean are alive, and Barbara feels the same way. She goes again with Jack in a helicopter to look for her daughter, Emma. To help them search thoroughly, they are distributing flyers to everyone, which contain information about Emma and Dean. After doing all this, Jack tells Barbara that they have tried everything, but Emma and Dean are still not found, and maybe they should go back home now. Hearing this, Barbara becomes sad and goes home. On the other side, Dean is telling Emma about the green flash that his mother told him about, which appears when the sun sets, but Dean says he has never seen that light until today. Now, a few more weeks pass here, and both of them start enjoying the beautiful environment of the island. They bathe in the sea and have a lot of fun, and in this way they become very close to each other. Whenever they felt like it, they would enjoy the storms and earthquakes. After all this, Emma asks Dean, "How was your first time? And who was she?" Dean says that when he was in school, he had a friend who was older than him. Dean knew that this was Emma's first time with everything, so he asks, "How did you feel?" She says, "It was good, but due to the storm, sand went into the wrong places." After this, Emma says, "I want to have more experience," so Dean says, "Okay." Next, we see that both of them go to the jungle to get some fruit, and Dean goes a little ahead to pluck the fruit. Suddenly, they hear the sound of a plane. Both of them start running towards the open area, and Dean quickly looks for the flare gun in Emma's bag to signal the plane, but he can't find it. But by then, the plane has gone very far from them. Emma looks for the flare gun again, but she also can't find it. Emma feels that there is someone else on that island who is stealing their things. Next, we see that a few more days have passed, but only one plane has passed over them so far, and no one has come to rescue them. Both of them sit in the hut and start talking about how they should now give up hope of going back home and decide to spend their entire lives together here in the jungle. Suddenly, Dean hears the sound of an animal. So, Dean goes into the jungle to look for the animal. Emma gets worried about Dean, so she also follows him. As Dean goes a little further, he sees a Black Panther. Seeing it, he starts running, and after running quite a distance, he suddenly falls to the ground. When Emma runs and reaches Dean, she sees that Dean has a bloody knife and has killed a Black Panther. Next, we see that all of Emma's and Dean's friends and parents start their lives without them, and here Emma and Dean have also learned to live on the island and have decided to spend their lives here because the hope they had that someone would come to rescue them is also over now. They have also learned to hunt and live in a hut here, and giving up all hope, they happily spend their days supporting each other. Then one day, Emma starts vomiting. Seeing this, Dean asks her, "Are you pregnant?" Emma says, "No, the vomiting just happened." After this, Emma lies down with Dean to feel better. But while they are talking, Emma's lost things start falling from above. When they both look up, there's a monkey in the tree, throwing their things. They see that the monkey also has the flare gun that Dean could not find that day. Emma shows the monkey a banana, so it throws the gun down. After this, they hear the sound of a helicopter from above, so they run to the open area, and Emma loads the gun and fires it. The people in the helicopter see them, and after that, they are rescued from there. Now, finally, both of them come back after 3 months, and Emma and Dean's friends and parents are very happy to see them at the airport. After that, both of their parents take them to their respective homes. After coming home, Dean goes to meet Emma that same night, and they talk about how strange it feels to be back home. Here, Dean is about to kiss Emma, but Emma doesn't and says that her parents are coming to see her every 10 minutes. "Maybe you should leave now," she says, and adds that her parents have kept a party to celebrate their return, so he must come. The next day, everyone gathers at the party, and Emma's parents start saying something to everyone about their children's return. After this, Stacy asks Dean why he is not with everyone. Dean says he doesn't like socializing with everyone. After this, Dean signals Emma to come with him, but Emma doesn't come and ignores him. Seeing this, Dean leaves the party. After this, everything goes back to normal, and Emma becomes very famous after returning from the island, but Dean is still alone. Whenever Emma and Dean pass each other, they just look at each other. Then, after a few days, Emma calls Dean, but Dean doesn't pick up the call. After that, we see Stacy going into Emma's room and telling her, "We missed you so much after you went missing, and Mom and Dad were also very worried. We thought we had lost you completely, but today we are all together and very happy." Then Emma tells Stacy, "You are a very good sister," and then they both decide to go to the prom party together. On the other side, we see Dean going to his mother's grave and crying a lot, missing his mother. On the night of the prom party, Dean is watching TV, so his father asks him if he would like to wear his coat to the party. On the other side, Emma has reached the party with her sister. After that, Liz comes to her and starts taking Emma forward to give her a surprise, and then Emma sees Dean standing outside in the rain wearing a coat and waiting for Emma. Seeing this, Emma starts remembering everything about the island. After this, Emma comes out of the party and goes to Dean. Here, both of them are very happy and start kissing. And with this scene, the story ends here.